What's up guys, it's Devin, and today I'm going to be sharing my top 10 favorite products of 2016. Throughout 2016, I feel like I definitely went on a small journey of being a more thoughtful consumer. It's so easy in the beauty community and in the beauty world to like see every new product, and all of these beauty gurus and enthusiasts are like talking about how great it is, and it's so easy to get caught up in that hype and be like, I need all these new products, I need all these new products, I gotta keep up, I gotta do this. But the truth of the matter is you don't. I really tried to evaluate my purchases this year and think about if they were actually something that I needed or something that I really wanted or something that I felt would actually add to my collection versus just weigh it down. I mean, I own a ton of eyeshadows. That being said, I don't feel the urge to go and purchase every single new eyeshadow palette. I have to really sit down and think about it and evaluate it and decide if it's actually valuable to my collection and to who I am and like my habits, or if it's just really like a beautiful product and I would love to have it but I don't need it. And that's very difficult to do. So much of the community is driven by that sense of urgency and that sense of like, new palette out, let's make a video on it, new foundation, new this, new that, everything is new. But in reality, you don't need it all. I don't need it all. No one needs it all. So my resolution is to continue being a more thoughtful consumer, trying not to make impulse purchases, trying not to buy things that I just genuinely don't need and don't truly want. With that being said, these are some of my favorite products that I discovered in 2016. Some of them came out in the past year, some of them may have not. But regardless, I just wanted to share some of them with you today so we could get going. So one of my favorite products of the year was the e.l.f. Contour Palette. This is what the inside looks like. As far as I know, this is the only one that they have currently. Like, I don't think they have a deeper set. But as you can see, it comes with 2 highlights and 2 contours. So we have a shimmery highlight over here, a more like yellow cream matte one. There's a cool brown, there's a warm brown, and then a cool brown. Obviously, by looking at this, you can tell what I use. This contouring palette is $6 for all of these, and I even think it's just worth it just for this one guy down here that I use a lot. This is a really great powder. It's very soft and it's easy to blend out, and it's the perfect shade for like fair neutral skin tones. But yeah, I love this palette, and if you've been looking at it or have been needing a new contouring palette, I definitely recommend trying this one out if you think that the color's right for you. Next up is the RCMA No Color Powder. This is a translucent setting powder that I picked up at the makeup show back in June. It's a huge container. I believe it retails for $12. I got it for $10 at the makeup show. It's really nice because it's a super basic powder. It doesn't have any scents or perfumes or dyes or anything. It doesn't have any silica like flashback from photos, stuff like that. So it's just a really good powder to set your foundation with, and it makes your skin feel really silky smooth. So yeah, I love it. The next product, I need you to bear with me, okay? Because it looks gross. It's been through it. It looks gross. I need to wash it. I haven't washed it. My washing machine is currently, you know, going through some hard times right now, so I can't really do much laundry, so I have not washed it yet. So it looks rough. The next item on my list is my makeup eraser. I know that it looks so gross right now, and I haven't used it in a few days because I've kind of run out of real estate, so I'm waiting to wash it again before I use it. But it is a makeup removing wipe, basically. It's like a rag that you wet and you use it to remove your makeup, and it's reusable and it's great. I also picked it up at the makeup show. I want to say I paid $15 for it. I think it's around 20 or so. And I know that there's nothing special about it. It says that it's 100% polyester, so I feel like it's definitely dupable, but I definitely recommend trying to seek out a polyester cloth that is like that to remove your makeup, because it works really well, and it is stained a little bit, but a lot of this is just currently makeup that I had taken off. But what you can do is you can use a different section every night and then just wash it like once a week. Some people may think that's kind of gross, but I promise it's not. I've been doing it for months and haven't had like any breakouts or issues because of it. But yeah, and then you can just throw it in with your laundry, nothing special, and it's all ready to go again. Like I said, it will stain a little bit lightly, like with your mascara or any like black products that you use that are kind of just stubborn, but most of everything comes out of it, and I've been using it to take off my makeup since I bought it in June, and it has no holes. It's exactly the same quality that it was when I purchased it, and I don't see it really deteriorating anytime soon. So even if there wasn't a dupe and there was only this product, I still do think it's worth the money because it works really well and it's just super easy. But that being said, if you have found like a dupe type of fabric for it, like you found it somewhere, let me know down below so that when this does bite the dust, I can get one for cheaper. Next up on my list are the e.l.f. matte lip colors. I absolutely love these lipsticks. They're super affordable. They're like $3 a piece. The shade range is beautiful. They're so creamy, easy to wear, and I absolutely love them. They're some of my favorite lip products. I did a review and I swatched 4 of them that I owned, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you these 2 just so you can kind of get an idea. They're very creamy, very easy to use. They come with a sharpener so you can keep sharpening them. It was just kind of like a no-brainer in my book. They're so affordable and they're really good quality for what they are. So yeah, definitely pick some up if you haven't already. They don't get the love that they deserve. Next up on the list is the Essence Make Me Brow Gel Mascara. I've seen like no one talk about this stuff on YouTube, and it's seriously a shame because it's basically a dupe for the Benefit Give Me Brow, only this literally cost $3. So I've only seen it in 2 shades. This is the brunette version. It's called Brownie Brows. Why did they call it that? I don't know. And then the other one I've seen is like a taupe. But if you can see the spoolie, it's very small and it's really precise, which is something that's really good for brow gels and brow mascara. And it also has little fibers in it, similar to the Benefit version. And the fibers can really help define and kind of give your brows more definition and more texture. It's a great purchase. $3. I'm pretty sure I bought this in like March of last year and it's still kicking. She's still got some in her. So, but really, why does no one talk about this? It's so good. Next up on the list is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Stick Foundation. I received this through Influencer and Makeup Forever in a Vox box and I was super nervous. I had a review on it. I did not like the idea of stick foundations, but this changed that. It's very high coverage, very easy to blend in, and looks like real skin. Like, it's very good at imitating your skin. It is a pretty dewy finish, so I set it with powder. But yeah, it worked wonderfully for me. There's a ton of shades, so there's definitely one that will work for everyone. And I just recommend like just giving it a look-see, just like a brief look, if it's something that sounds like would work for you. We're getting down to the last 4. So number 4 on the list is the Kat Von D Studded Lipstick in Lovecraft. This is like one of my most reach for lipsticks. This is the shade. It's like a very muted, cool pink, but it's still pretty nude. It's like a light rose, but I absolutely love this shade. The formula is really nice. It's very matte, and it stays matte, stays in place until you take it off. Minimal retouching. I have a few of her studded lipsticks and I love them all, but Lovecraft is definitely my favorite. Next up on the list is the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Have I used this on my channel? I feel like I haven't used this yet in a video, which is literally crazy because I use it so much. And I already know if you're watching this video, you've heard of it, you've seen it, it's beautiful. This is the type of palette that when I was talking about mindfulness at the beginning, this is the type of palette that you look at, and for a lot of people, like for me personally, I could see myself wearing this constantly. I could see things that I didn't yet have in my collection, shades that I didn't yet own, and I know that the quality is there. It's so versatile. You have so many different color families and so many different possibilities in here. You have these beautiful reds, you have your warm oranges, browns, you've got a cool brown, cool dark brown, you've got your bone shade. There's so much you can do with this palette. It's amazing. Anastasia has one of the best eyeshadow formulas on the market. They're really beautifully performing shadows, and I wholeheartedly recommend this palette. Next up on my list is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is the lighter shade, so I have 2 of them. I had my real shade, which I just ran out of, that's vanilla. This is Chantilly, this is the lightest color, so this is more of a highlighting tone on me. But this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, it's high coverage. It is high coverage. High coverage, but it still looks like skin. And I don't know how they did it, but I can wear the one that matches my skin perfectly. Like, I just cover up my redness, few spots, blend it in, and it's like boom. I have the most beautiful skin in the world. It's pricey. This is expensive, and there's no way of getting around it. This stuff is $32 for this little bottle, but it does last. Mine lasted around 4 or 5 months before starting to slowly but surely drain out on me, and I still believe it was worth the money. It's a beautiful concealer. It is a beautiful, beautiful concealer. All right, we've got one more, the Moonchild palette. This was another one of those products that came out, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. Like, this is a kind of product that you're like, I haven't seen that done like that before. I need it. I'm weird. Of course I need a purple highlighter, like, no question about it. This palette, I've probably used it at least 3 or 4 days a week, every week, since I've bought it. So in case you don't know, this is the Moonchild Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So it is a highlighter palette, and it is full of beautiful rainbow iridescent highlighters. And these things are freaking crazy. So I know that finger swatches can be misleading because the pads of your fingers are a lot more dense, but as you can see here, like, these, oh my god, these powders are so beautiful. This palette is something that I, without a doubt, had to have in my life. I crave things that will make me look a little weird, and this palette definitely gave it to me. The formula is beautiful. A few of them are a little bit glittery, but you know, a little glitter never hurt nobody. You can kind of make it look a little subtle, or you can like go super crazy and like do an ombre. You can cover your entire face in them. It's beautiful. You can use them as brow bone highlights, inner corner, on the lid and on my inner corner today. I actually have the green one. If you're a weirdo and you're a makeup lover, this is almost an essential. It's beautiful. It was worth every penny. I say that, I didn't even buy it. I received it as a gift, but still, it's worth every penny that I could muster up to give it. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, so that's all for my 2016 favorites. Let me know down below what your favorites of the year were, if there are any of these products that you absolutely loved or that you hated, or any new products that you found that like totally changed your life. Tell me. Let's have a conversation. Let's do it. So I did do a slight update to all of my social media. My name is now technically Babysas Beauty rather than just Babysas, mostly because I'm going to be starting up a website, and so I just like cohesiveness. So if you're looking for me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, it's all Babysas Beauty. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my other videos. And yeah, stalk me on all my social medias. It's all down there, as well as the list of my top 10 products. But yeah, that's all I have for today's video, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. That was so lame. I'm so sorry.